Welcome back. LT Volk here with episode 11 of the Fallout 2 playthrough. In this episode we're gonna continue exploring Vault City to finish up some side quests here. And then if we got the time we'll travel to Gecko and solve their power plant problem. Anywho, here is a maintenance center and we see Val, or Valerie, or whatever. So let's talk to her. And she says, "Yes? Did you want something, or are you just going to stand there gawking like a moron?"
Whoa, easy. I was just stopping in to see what this place is.
It's the maintenance shed for Vault City. Or did you just happen to miss the huge sign on the side of the building?
No, sorry. I thought this might be a shop of some sort.
You've got the "of some sort" right anyway. Look, did you need something repaired, or did you just want to ask me a bunch of dumb questions?
What do you repair here?
Synthetic alcohol dispensers, radios, firearms, laser turret parts, computer monitors, you name it. When I can get the tools to do my job.
Tools?
Right now, I've got the metal lathe barely working, and my wrench has gone missing, again, and my pliers' teeth are stripped.
Anything I could help with?
You? I doubt it.
Well, I have a wrench and a pair of pliers right here.
You do?
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks. I mean, they're not great, but they'll do. Where did you... Oh, never mind, it's not important. Here's a few bucks for your trouble.
Thanks. Say, I had some questions.
Yeah, look. I have some work to do. Come back in a day or two, alright? I'll have time to chat then.
See you tomorrow then.
There we go. And we'll come back later to see if she's got some information. And we got cool 250 experience to boot. Next place we're gonna go is this information center. And here we see a gentle-looking man in a Vault City uniform. And he says, "Oh, hello. Was there something I could help you with?"
What is this place?
This is the information center for Vault City. Is this the place you were looking for?
Yes, actually. I had some questions maybe you can answer.
Certainly. What questions do you have?
Do you know where I can find a Gek?
A Gek? That name sounds familiar. What does it do?
You know, I don't know myself. To hear the elder of my village tell it, it's supposed to be some panacea for my village. I'm a little more skeptical.
Well, you know, the central computer down in the vault might have some information about it. We keep most of the older archives down there.
How can I get down to the vault?
Well, you need to be a citizen of Vault City first. If you want, you could take the citizenship test, or better yet, speak to First Citizen Lynette. I'm sure she might make an exception in your case.
Can I ask you some other questions?
Certainly. What questions did you have?
Do you know where I can find the vault?
The vault? Why? The entrance is just down the street. It's the large hole in the side of the mountain.
Thanks for the directions.
And let's talk to him again. And once again he says, "Hello again. Did you need help finding anything?" So just gonna go through this area again. It's the same conversation, but now I'm gonna say,
Information center. Do you have any books or manuals?
Unfortunately, our books are currently being transcribed into electronic format. The extras are being shipped to the amenities office down street. You might try there.
Where are the electronically formatted books stored?
The books are being entered into one of the library terminals on the 3rd level of the vault. I don't recall which one. It's not one of the ones in Central Core, though.
Why is everything being transcribed?
Yes, well, everything is being transcribed because, this is somewhat delicate matter, but I believe my post here in Vault City has become obsolete.
Obsolete?
They're discussing putting information terminals in every household. These new terminals would all be tied to the list server and the information archives. Once that is done, the information center and I will be unnecessary. It's all for the best, really.
Are you sure?
Oh my, yes. The first citizen is rarely wrong in such matters. Still, I will be sorry to leave this place. I heard they have a position waiting for me in the list office.
Oh well. I'm sorry to hear that all the books were transcribed. I'd much rather read a book than stare at a computer screen.
That's how I feel as well. I have nothing against electronic format, mind you, but there is a certain solidity in having a book in your hands and turning the pages one by one. You know?
Yes?
They haven't shipped all the books out to the amenities office yet. I know Randall won't miss them if I gave them to someone who appreciates them. Someone like yourself.
I'd love to have them. Thanks.
I'll go fetch them.
Alright.
Here you go. I hope you enjoy reading them. They're some of my favorites. A little on the technical side, but still quite good.
Great. I'll go check these out.
And there we go. We've gotten some manuals, I believe. Yeah, so now we got 3 of these big books of science and 2 of the Dean Electronics. And eventually we're gonna read them all. But not now. Let's check the bookshelf, see if they got anything extra down there. Doesn't seem like it. Nope. And that's about it for this place. Alright, next we've got this guy. See, a wild-eyed man. Despite his unkempt hair and scruffy beard, his clothes look clean and well cared for. And he says, "Hello and welcome, traveler. Have you heard the word today?"
And you are?
I am Thomas More, preacher of the world and the truth. And what brings you to me today, friend? Do you seek the word?
The word?
The word, my friend. The word is selfishness. Mix in a slew of arrogance, and what do you have? Vault City, in all its self-righteous slave-trading glory.
Why do you live here if you hate it so much?
Why? Where better to preach than to those that need to hear the most?
Right. Well, good talking to you. Goodbye.
And this is a potential side quest for an evil playthrough. Actually, this guy is kind of working for one of the mafia families in the new Reno. But here we got Corrections Center, and you see a huge black man in heavy armor. He's watching you carefully. So let's talk to him. And he says, "What do you want?"
Who are you?
"I am Citizen Sergeant Stark, outsider.
What do you want? What do you do here?
I run the corrections center. Keep the Outworlders in line. Make sure the servants behave. Organize patrols. Try and protect the city from raiders.
Patrols?
Yeah, we have a small group of patrols. Can barely spare the men to protect Vault City, much less to do all the reconnaissance that needs to be done.
I do a lot of traveling. Anything I can help with?
What do you mean?
I could do some recon for you if you're short-handed.
No, you'd need a Pip-Boy to get the job done right. And I can't spare one right now.
I already got a Pip-Boy. It's old and cranky, and seems to have wires and buttons yanked out everywhere, but it works.
Yeah? Has it got the Northern California world map installed?
Yes. Well, at least from I can see through the fog of war on the damn thing.
I got a job for you then. I need someone to scout the terrain around Gecko. That ghoul encampment to the northeast. Hit the 8 sectors on the world map around the town, then report back.
Why?
If they keep poisoning our groundwater, we may be forced to take military action. Now, do you want the job or not?
I'll take the job. I'll report back when I'm done.
Now, let's see if we actually already explored it. Nope. Alright. So, got another side quest to recon the area around Gecko, which we'll do shortly. But first, we're gonna go to the next area of the map. And yeah. Let's see if we can talk to any of these people. No, doesn't seem like it. And this area is more like their civic center. Who is this guy? Stern-looking guard. Let's see if I can grab something from there. Nope. And they told me to stay away. Alright, Sulik, move out of the way, brother. And let's see what we have here. I think it's just a generic character here. Yep. Actually, let's see if we can find anything in this bookshelf. Nope. I'm told to stay away, which is pretty darn funny. I'm just looking what's in there, you know. And there is another building full of vault dwellers, and I think they're all generic ones. Yep. Okie dokie, that's cool as well. And up here is another bar, looks like. It's called Parlor Room. So let's get in there and see who we can talk to. A bartender says, "Yes, can I help you?"
I was looking for some information.
Then perhaps you should be at our information center instead of this establishment. It is located downtown. Now move along. I have other customers. Alright, let's see if I can barter. Nope. I'm just gonna say,
alright then. Good day.
don't really need to drink quite yet. Eventually, I believe it's either this place or the bar in the downtown where you can drink 100 like beers to get health improvement. Alrighty. Here we see an elderly Vault City official. His hair is graying around the edges. So let's talk to him. And he says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Who are you?
I am Senior Counselor McClure. And you are?
Volk. Pleasure to meet you.
What can I do for you?
Can I ask you some questions?
What is it you would you like to know?
What's your job here?
I am a senior council member. I oversee the council meetings.
Then what does the first citizen do?
She is the leader of the people. The citizens of Vault City look to her for guidance. But the citizens, through the council, still have final say on matters. In these trying times, she is a pillar of our society.
Trying times? What do you mean?
Things have been tough these last 2 years. The NCR has been getting more aggressive in their attempts to get Vault City to join the Republic. They tell us that if we were to join, they would be able to defend us from the raider attacks on our city. As of late, these raider attacks have become more brutal. On top of all this, we have ghouls and Gecko contaminating our groundwater.
Where is Gecko?
It's just northeast of here. But if you are planning on getting there, I would advise you to purchase some anti-radiation cams. If they're contaminating our water, it is likely their town itself is irradiated.
What is a Gecko?
It's a forsaken place, a shanty town built around the remnants of an old atomic power plant.
Can I ask you some other questions?
What is it you would like to know?
I think you might have a part that could fix Gecko's power plant.
What do you mean?
If I had a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, I could make their plant run cleanly.
That's an acceptable solution. Stopping the radiation poisoning is all I care about.
Great. Where can I get the part?
Go see Randall, the Chief Amenities Officer. He should have the part in stock.
There is one other thing. You might find this economic data disk interesting.
I'm sorry? An economic data disk? What do you mean?
It's an economic data disk that shows the amount of energy that Gecko Atomic Power Plant produced before the war and can produce again.
I see. So, what does this have to do with me?
Well, as I understand it, Vault City's power generator can only support so many people. In fact, it's already nearing its limit.
I'm not going to ask you how you came by that information, but if it were true, what are you proposing?
Once the Gecko Power Plant is fixed, the disk indicates it's possible it could produce enough energy for Vault City too. It looks like the reactor would need to be optimized first though.
Are you suggesting we seize Gecko and take the power plant? I will not listen.
No. Gecko could receive the optimization data for their plant. I'm betting they would be willing to trade their excess power for medical assistance.
As far as medical assistance goes, I'm not unsympathetic to the plight of the ghouls. They have certainly suffered enough. But how could we optimize their plant?
I don't know. Maybe there is someone I can talk to once the plant is repaired.
I have no objections to your proposal. If you can find some means of optimizing the plant, let me know.
Alright. I'll go get that part from Randall and see about repairing the reactor first.
I'll keep the economic disk and study it some more. Perhaps I can persuade the council to enter negotiations with Gecko to trade for their power. The data disk would be a strong argument in on itself.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
And there we go. This guy's pretty reasonable. But, like, if you ever try and get the first citizen to do it, she gets mad and completely dismisses it out of hand. So we're just gonna go talk to her and see if she'll give us another quest, which is, I believe, like the raider, dealing with raiders. We see First Citizen Lynette. She looks preoccupied, and she's got a voice talking head, so should be pretty interesting. Let's do it.
Good day to you, stranger. I am First Citizen Lynette. May I inquire as to your business here?
Excuse my ignorance, First Citizen. Does the title First Citizen mean you're the overseer of this vault?
Overseer? Why, no. There has been no overseer in 100 years. How do you know of the vault overseers?
I am a descendant of the first vault dweller. I have heard many stories of the overseer.
Descendant of the vault dweller? What do you mean?
I am the great-grandchild of the first vault dweller.
The first vault dweller? What? You must mean another vault. We have never been in contact with another vault. Where is it located?
I don't know. You see, I'm trying to find the vault my ancestor came from.
Oh, now I understand. But what proof do you have that your ancestor was from a vault?
I have this vault jumpsuit and this canteen. They belong to my ancestor.
A dirty vault suit and a battered canteen? That is your proof? Who knows where you scavenged those relics from? Or who you killed to steal them?
Please, look at them again. They're genuine.
Very well, let me see. These are authentic. Unbelievable. You are a survivor from another vault. Welcome to our city. You must have suffered much in the outside world.
I need to find the vault my people came from.
Perhaps some mention of your vault is in our computer archives.
First Citizen, it's very important to me that I find out the location of my ancestor's vault. If I could check the archives, I would be grateful.
We could check the vault computers. They would probably have the information you seek. But only citizens are allowed to access the archives.
Is there some way I could become a citizen?
You may speak with Proconsul Gregory. He has authority to administer the citizenship test. He can be found in the meeting room down the corridor.
I will go speak with Gregory. Thanks for your time, First Citizen.
Alright, there we go. And we're not really gonna take the test yet, just because my stats are not quite where they need to be. But I think we're gonna go to the Gecko, or grab the part for the Gecko Power Plant, and scout it out as well for the Citizen Sergeants. Okie dokie. And I think the next place we need to go is this amenities office to grab the part. And this guy says, "Hello there, stranger. Always a pleasure to see a new face. Name's Randall. I'm the Chief Amenities Officer. Need something?"
Well, it depends. What is this place?
This is the amenities office. Got your typical stock, basic living necessities, some books, how-to manuals, some tools, stim packs, medical supplies, this and that.
Counselor McClure said you have a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator in stock that I could have.
Yeah, he said you'd be stopping by. Volk, right? Wait 1 minute, and I'll go get you the hydroelectric magneto, the high mag.
Alright.
Okay, here you go. 1 high mag. Kinda looks like a lava lamp, doesn't it? Oh, and don't drop it. It's pretty fragile.
Say, what else do you have in stock?
Well, sorry to break it to you. but I'm only authorized to do transactions with citizens. No offense to you, but it's the rule, you know? You might try Happy Harry's out in the courtyard.
Fine. Goodbye.
And eventually, once we become the citizen, we are gonna return and do some shopping at that location. It's got quite a few manuals that we'll be able to use to bump up our skills, which is always good. And let's see if Joshua's family is happy to get him back. I think they're right here. And we see Amanda right here, and she says, "Thank you for rescuing my husband. Please accept this as a reward." It's not much, but it's all we have. There we go. Sounds good. And now we'll continue on to Gecko. Just want to make sure that I got the magnetosphere right here. Yep. And now let's ride to Gecko. And I'm actually gonna hit all of the squares around it to do the recon. And yeah, let's enter the settlements. And then pass the time until it's daytime. Sounds pretty darn good. Alright, Harold. Do I need to tell you anything? Lenny, Harold, there we go.
What you need, youngster?
Hey, Harold. I got that part you need to fix your reactor. I guess I should get it installed somewhere.
Alright, I guess that's it. I just informed them about the good news. Now let's see if we can actually get it done. And let's go. And I believe we gotta get through the control room. So going kind of the same way we went to get some of the parts for Smitty, if you recall. And we'll see if we can reprogram a robot to fix the item, or fix the reactor rather. Alright, come on, let's go. And up here, we'll use the red card to gain access. Unlock the door. And here we have a glowing ghoul with a concerned look on his face. And he says,
Nice part you got there. Just what we need. Glad you like it. Want to install it? I'd like to help you out, but I wouldn't know how to install something like that. I mostly just watch the gauges here. Try Festus. He is the resident parts genius. Just ask him. Where is Festus? Festus is out the way you came in. He's in the control room. Can't miss him. He is the smelly, whiny one tethering about underneath that huge ego. He should be able to help you. Thanks. Goodbye.
and I think it's actually this guy, right? But I don't think we need to do that. We'll just use the terminal. See if we can program it. And it says, hello, welcome to RMR and RCT Station 3.
RMR RCT.
Station number 3, Reactor Maintenance and Repair Robot Control Terminal.
Function.
This terminal is designed to coordinate and command a reactor maintenance and repair robot.
A robot, huh? Let me see what I can find out about that.
Reactor maintenance robot ready for initialization startup sequence. Functional access code. And I think it's this one maybe. Yep. And it says initial functional access code accepted. Enter secondary functional access code. And let's go with this guy. Yep. Secondary functional access code accepted. Enter tertiary functional access code. And I gotta be this guy. Tertiary function access code accepted. RM and RR unit warming up. Unit ready for service. Service procedure. Gonna use this.
Initiate repair sequence.
Repair service initiated. Searching. Hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator required. Preparing to move to main coolant valve for part replacement. Place part in transfer tray beneath terminal.
Oh. I guess it means this thing.
Hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator accepted. Scanning. Part within nominal QA constraints. Transfer to repair unit completed. Proceed?
Yes.
RM and RR unit rollout initiated. Checking drive systems. Okay. Checking manipulator arm. Okay. Checking internal stabilizer. Okay. Logic circuits. Fail.
The logic circuits failed. I wonder what that means.
Job task location recognition inoperative. Unit not capable of recognizing movement locations at extended distances. Recommended. Move unit to intermediary locations as waypoints to final job task location.
I wonder what happens if I don't enter the jobs in the right order.
Unit returns to bay if command program contains terminal errors.
I'm ready to get this thing going.
Manual directions. The RM and RR unit must be directed manually to its target destination. The unit will follow movement commands that you give it, but if its way is blocked or the unit takes excess damage, it will automatically return to its bay.
Where do I need to move the robot? Let me look up the procedures.
Information request on procedure.
I want to know where I need to go to replace the hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator.
The hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator is located against the east wall of the reactor core. It is located just to the right of the main coolant shutoff valve.
I guess I'm ready to get started.
Emergency manual, RM and RR unit control.
List program.
Program listings. Alright. Back to main menu. Here we're gonna go
Add a command.
select a command. And I actually looked it up, got a little cheat sheet. And I'm just gonna use this.
Amplify plutonium gamma shield.
Program listing. Alright. And we're gonna add another command. And this one is gonna be
Deharmonize Neptunium impeller.
and the next one is
Calibrate uranium rod driver.
and we've got a couple more.
Set voltage on Saturn class capacitor.
And since it's like you can actually do incorrect sequence, you can do it through like trial and error, but it's easier to look it up. Okie dokie, what's next one is
Test Jupyter Wave Compiler.
okie dokie, and the final program is gonna be
Install Hydroelectric Magnetosphere Regulator.
and end program. And now we're gonna
Execute program.
and now the robot goes, does all the different things. And I think actually the way you can look it up is kind of look at what all the different parts here are. Yep. And then direct it that way. Yeah, I think this was the way you do it legitimately. And now it's ready to install the magnetosphere. And we gotten 4,500 experience points for that. So now let's talk to this guy. Says, can you see that I'm busy? Alright, guy. Sulik, move out of the way. Alright, now we can talk to him. Thanks for helping us, yep. You're welcome, guy. No problemo. And now we can talk to this particularly uncamped group.
And he says, the reactor is running pretty good now. Alright. Could still do with a tiny bit of tune-up maybe. But I'd say it's a pretty good job all the same. More work? What do you mean? I mean that the reactor's running now. But it sure could run better. I mean, better by a long country mile, if we just had a smidge more data. Now, if you could get the optimization data, we'd be cooking with gas. Well, you know what I mean. Optimization data? Where would I get that? Well, you could probably get the information from the Vault City central computer. Well, let me see what I can do. I bet a clever one like you could just sneak in there and use a holodisk with the reactor's performance information on the central computer. Then sneak the disk right back here. That would do it. I'd do it myself, but I'm just too valuable here to leave, even for a moment. I hate to leave a job only half done. That's the spirit. I was hoping you'd say that. Great. Just use this disk here on Vault City Central Computer, and then get it right back here. We'll use less uranium, and core won't leak so bad. And this Vault City won't have any reason to come exterminate us. I sure don't want to see Gecko destroyed. I'll do it. I sure wish I could spare the time to do it myself, but I can't. All I can say is thanks, kid. You'd be doing all of us here a big favor. You make me so proud. Well, I better get going. Goodbye, Festus. I'll be back with the data you need just as soon as I can.
And there we go. Able to fix the power plant reactor. Not power plant, reactor. Yeah, it's power plant, right? Was second guessing myself there for a moment. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Let's continue on. Let us let Harold know that the job is done. I'm sure he's gonna be very grateful. Alright, Harold.
You are something, just like the original. What can old Harold do for you, Vault Dweller?
Just gonna use this because I think we already used all of these conversations before.
Vault Dweller. I'm not a Vault Dweller.
You cut with the dull edge of the knife, don't you? You don't look like an orange peel left in the sun all day. Your skin's still soft and purty.
Well, I better get going. Goodbye.
What you need, youngster?
Hello, Harold. Just passing through. Goodbye.
Alright, there we go. And now let's go talk to the guy that gave us the economic data. Let him know that we've given the disc to the Consular McClure. Come on, guy. Where are you at? Over here, if I recall correctly. And... yes, sirree. There he is. Alright. And he says, hello again, Volk. Yeah, nothing much.
I'm just checking in on all my friends. Nice to see you again. Goodbye.
Alright. And now we're gonna go back to the Vault City. Yeah, that's the word. Or the phrase, or the location, whatever you call it. Sounds pretty good. And we should be pretty close to leveling up, which is really darn good. Alrighty. And I think that after helping the Vault City was the water contamination problem, which is what we just did, we should be able to get the citizenship. Alright, let's get in here. Courtyard, sounds good. And we're gonna pass the time until the daytime as well. Because our day pass doesn't allow us access during the night. And actually, let's stop at Happy Harry's as well and see if he restocked the inventory. If I recall, last time we were here, his prices were just not very good. So let's see what he's got now. We'll give you one of these guys, and nope, doesn't have any coins. That's the word I'm looking for. I think I mentioned before, English is not my first language, so sometimes I just blank out on very easy terms. Alright, says, day pass, please.
Here you go.
Alright, before you go in, we have to search your belongings first.
Okay.
Alright, looks like you're clean. You can head on in.
Thanks.
Sounds good. And here's the maintenance center. Let's see if the lady will talk to us now. Val. And she says, you won't believe this. Not less than a day after you gave me these tools, the super toolkit I ordered arrives. But not just one. They sent me 5. What the hell is wrong with the ordering office?
Could you part with one of those toolkits?
Why not? What am I going to do with 5? Take it. I swear that I'm going to beat the living tar out of the list office for this.
Thanks. Say, I had some questions.
What? I haven't got time to chat all day.
What have you got in stock?
Look, I don't have anything in stock. This isn't a store. Most of the stuff I fix here ends up in the amenities office. It's out the door and to your left.
Can you repair anything of mine?
Well, maybe. Let's see what you got.
Maybe some other time.
Alright, so she can actually upgrade the weapons, kind of like Smitty could. But we don't really need any of the weapons upgraded. Not too shabby, if I say so myself. And next, let's go talk to McClure. And see if he can give me citizenship. Yes, sirree. Alright, McClure, let's talk. And he says, yes? Was there something else you wanted?
Can I ask you some questions?
What is it you would like to know?
I repaired Gecko Plant.
Excellent. I was worried that the radiation buildup might force us to relocate. You're to be commended on a job well done. Here's your citizenship papers. If you ever need anything, come see me.
Vault City prevails, Counselor.
Alright, then let's talk to McClure again here. And once again he says, good day, citizen. Can I help you?
Can I ask you some questions?
Of course, citizen. What is it you would like to know?
I found a way to optimize the Gecko reactor.
What is it?
I have a reactor data disk here from Gecko. According to the technician at the power plant, the Vault City computer can optimize the reactor disk and make the plant run more smoothly.
Very well, citizen. You have my permission to use the Vault computer and optimize the reactor disk. You can find it on the 3rd level of the Vault, near the operations room.
Excellent. Thank you, Counselor. I'll do that.
Very good. And now we're gonna talk to Lynette and see if she can give us that quest.
Yes? What is it?
I had some questions to ask of you.
Of course. What can I help you with, citizen?
I ran into the citizen downtown, Thomas Moore. Who is he?
Moore? He's a troublemaker. That's what he is.
Why do you say he's a troublemaker?
He constantly seeks to convince the citizens to turn Vault City into a democracy, as he calls it, with everyone having a say in laws and decision-making. I call it mob rule.
Democracy?
The archives state that many old world nations had such a government. We know where that got them. Can you imagine how long it would take to get anything done in such a society? It's inconceivable.
Inconceivable? Why?
A government needs a strong, capable leader who can make decisions quickly and has the power to enforce them. Government by committee is no kind of government at all.
How does Moore try to convince the citizens that Vault City should be a democracy?
Mostly by ranting in public and making a fool of himself. He plays on our sympathies with tales of a plague in the NCR, as if we could take care of the whole world.
Can't you just kick him out?
Although it would serve Vault City's interests, I can't. As long as he breaks no laws, Moore is permitted to say anything he wants.
Well, he'll probably bury himself at the rate he's going. Talk to you later.
And gotta talk to her again.
Yes? What is it?
And ask her some more
Of course.
questions.
What can I help you with, citizen?
I'm looking for Vault 13.
Perhaps some mention of your vault is in our computer archives.
Well, can we check?
We could check the vault computers. They would probably have the information you seek. but only citizens are allowed to access the archives.
But I am a citizen.
Oh, that's right. The proconsul mentioned we had gained a new citizen. Welcome, citizen. As for the archives, yes, they are located inside our vault. Peruse them at your leisure.
Before I go examine the archives, I wanted to ask you some other questions.
Yes? What? Of course. What can I help you with, citizen?
This is Vault City. Why don't you live in a vault?
No, we do not live in the vault. They were a temporary measure to protect a chosen few from the war and aid them in the subsequent construction of a new world.
How did you know when to leave the vault? I heard the vaults were isolated from outside the world. Cut. How did you know when to leave the vault? I heard the vaults were isolated from the outside world.
What you heard was incorrect. Our archives are quite clear. Our vault received the all-clear signal 2 years after being sealed.
The all-clear signal? From where?
Why, from surface monitors, I suppose. I am certain there were sensors monitoring the environment. How else would the Overseer have known when it was safe to leave?
Do these monitors still exist? Can I see them?
Quite likely they were disassembled and used as upgrades for other systems.
But the Overseer was the one who gave the order to leave the vault.
Yes. At least that's what I remember from the archives. However, I'm certain many citizens were responsible for monitoring the surface sensors.
Where are these archives?
The archives are stored within our vault. Only citizens have access to them. They are not for outsiders.
Fine. Where is the Overseer? I will ask him about these archives.
I have told you already. Overseers are from the distant past.
Never mind. I must be going. Good day.
And there we go. Got some more information about the Vault City Society. Seems to be a fairly autocratic society. Probably more similar to like a Soviet Union than anything else. You know, you have one central leader, but you still kind of have freedoms for the people. Anywho, let's talk to Stark again. And he says, "Hello again, citizen. Something I can help you with?"
I surveyed the area around Gecko for you.
Good job. Download the information into my Pip-Boy, and I'll log it into the patrol computers.
Alright.
This intelligence looks good. Well done. Here's your payment. $300.
Alright. Then, you got any more work for me?
Yeah, actually, I need someone to travel to NCR. Lately, I've been hearing reports that the Republic might be building up military strength. True or not, I need someone to plot a route to NCR and report back.
Just travel to NCR, then come back.
That's all I need. I'm more interested in the route than the Republic itself, but I'll still need you to enter the city once you get there.
I'll take the job. I'll report back when I'm done.
And let's talk to him again about the raiders. So, gonna go with this option. And once again, we already read through that.
Raiders.
Yeah, raiders. They've been hitting us pretty hard lately. He frowns. Why do you want to know about them?
I'd like to try and find their base. Maybe stop their attacks if I can.
What? You some kind of good Samaritan? I don't buy it.
Look, I've seen enough of the world to know that helping out people seems to come back and help me in the end.
Oh, yeah? Wow. Tackling this band of raiders may be more than you can handle.
I'd still like to try and help.
Well, I ain't going to turn down any help at this point. You find their base, or even better, wipe them out, go tell the first citizen.
Any idea where these raiders are striking from?
I don't know. These raiders don't make much sense, if they are raiders.
What do you mean?
They got heavy firepower, expensive firepower. They know military tactics. They stay in formation. They never cross their lines of fire. And they always stop short of breaking through the defenses.
They stop short of breaking through the defenses.
I've seen them do it. The last attack, they disabled a laser turret on the western perimeter. They had a clear shot into the city. Then I saw one of their captains order them to fall back. Makes no sense.
Interesting. I have to be going.
And there we go. Learn some more about the raiders as well. Later on, you find out that they're actually mercenaries hired by somebody to tip Vault City into aligning with some other people. Alright, so let's talk to Randall. And he says, "Hello there, stranger. Always a pleasure to see a new face. Name's Randall. I'm the Chief Amenities Officer. Need something?"
Well, it depends. What is this place?
And I think we already read through that, so I'm just gonna say,
Sounds great. Can I see what you have in stock?
now we can do some shopping. We'll take this big book of science and this repair kit. Gonna give them this SMG and a knife. That doesn't really do much. And this assault rifle. And in exchange, we'll take some more of these stim packs. And I think that's about it. And 2 coins as well. Let's offer it, and it says, okay, that's a good trade. I concur, guy. And that's that. Alright, and eventually I'm gonna read those books to bump up my science and repair skills. But not quite yet. And I think this is actually a pretty good spot to end the episode. In the next episode, we're gonna enter the vault of the Vault City and try to locate Vault 13. As always, thank you for watching and hope to see you again soon.